I have a dilemma.
Tell us about your dilemma, Caleb.
So, as I get older, I have to take more pills, right? Like my doctor's like, hey, take this pill, take this supplement. So right now I have like my 2 vitamins, which they're gummies. So like, know when I take those. And then 3 pills that are all identical. Like they look exactly the same. But here's the issue. It's a blood pressure medicine, anti-anxiety med, and an iron supplement. Okay. This morning, I take my gummy vitamins. I take out the pill organizer. I pop them out into my hand. And when I go to pop them in my mouth, one of them does not land in my mouth and I can't find it. It's not on the floor. It's not on the counter nearby. So here's the issue, because it's election day as we're recording this. So, iron supplement, not that bad if I take 2. Blood pressure med, kind of bad if I take 2. Anti-anxiety med, more bad if I don't take 1 during this election day. So, do I run the risk and bank on it being the anti-anxiety med and possibly take 2 in one day? But if I do that for the blood pressure med, it could cause low blood pressure, which then is hospital possibly.
Okay. If you don't take the blood pressure med for a day, will you be okay?
I'll be fine. Like, might be a bit
here's
tired,
the solution.
Okay.
Take the iron pill and the anti-anxiety pill. Because you could double up on the iron, no problem. You can and if you double up on the anxiety, okay, not ideal, but it's better than not getting it at all. And so if you take both of those, you have a 2 in 3 chance. Like you have more chance than not to get the pill you missed.
So
without overdoing your blood pressure med.
Here's the other part of that I didn't mention. When I take the anxiety meds, the side effects for me when it's a different dose. So if I've had to have to double up before because of anxiety issues in a day, due to a past part of my life, I will say the effects are almost cocaine-like. So how we feel
now, is that the I think you should take your week's worth of iron pills and become Iron Man, and then you don't need anxiety pills.
And then I don't have to worry about the Marvel secret layer selling out before anyone could buy it that's not a scalper.
Exactly. And we'll have Iron Man on the show, which that's just impressive.
This week on Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freak out.
That was new. That was different.
I thought I'd change it up a little. We always say there's a Junk House. I was like, let me say this week. Let's see what happens.
Did you just take
this
the
week
supplement?
on Junk House?
Did I what?
Did you just take the supplement just now? Is that what I saw?
No, I just had a little corner of a toaster pop-up that is bacon, egg, and cheese. It's like the toaster strudels, but it's savory. And my wife bought them because she wanted them, but then it hurt her tummy. So now I'm eating
them. As you should and as you are doing right now.
Yes. Well, not right now. I had one before we recorded, and then I was like, I'm just, because normally we have a little breather in between end of cold open and beginning of episode proper. So I was like, I'm going to take this little breather, have a little bite of toaster pop up. And then we just went straight into it. And I was like, now I've got to swallow this real quick and ask Cordell what he said, because I could not hear him because I was focused on this delicious toaster pop up. They're called toaster scramblers, not toaster pop ups.
Yeah, toaster pop ups are for like clothing. And they're normally in like New York or LA.
Oh.
For anyone listening at home who might be in a similar dilemma to Caleb, do not randomly take pills you have just because you can't find the one Either find the one or don't take anything else. Like, those are your only real options here. Do not do that. Only take medication as prescribed. Caleb, no.
Caleb, no. I'm essentially doing a one-person pill party with all the pills I can find in my house. So, which a lot of them are going to be anti-anxiety and antidepressants. So, it's going to be a real chill day for Caleb Burley over here. Also, hey, hi listener, you're listening to this on Friday. How does it feel to know what happened?
Yeah, we don't know.
we don't
we're
know.
Just here. We're here.
It's like 8:30 in the morning. This is the earliest we've ever recorded, I think. And I'm about to watch CNN all day.
I'm about to not do that at all.
Yeah.
I play the new Dragon Age instead.
Yeah, I've got homework to do all day. But on the upside, my wedding anniversary is tomorrow.
Ooh.
And so
happy wedding.
All right, thank you. So Emily and I are gonna go to Little Rock and go get dinner together tonight. So that's a good like happy end after like what is going to be a day of nonstop errands and work.
Yeah. That will be fun. That will be good.
You know what else is good? Something we haven't done in a while. When we read reviews that are really bad, so guess the movie.
That has been a bit.
Yeah,
it's been a hot minute.
I don't know if I'm gonna have the knack for it anymore.
The strength to
we'll
go
have to
on.
see.
I think I got better at it actually in our hiatus.
Okay, we'll see. I guess this is a half-star review from Softly. Thank you.
Thank you, Softly. Is it like SOFTLY or Softly?
LY.
Like
like Rock Lee, but
been a dude who's
softly.
Pretty soft. Yeah.
I know, but no. My philosophy teacher made us watch this movie, and I would bet on my life that he didn't realize how bad this film is in every aspect. 1 out of 10. Racist, classist, and ableist. I'm going to tell you this came out in 2006.
The movie did?
The movie did.
Most movies in that time could be classified as those things.
That's the thing.
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie, but I see it in my brain, and it's like dude writing numbers on a window, and like people think he's crazy.
A Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Beautiful Mind.
It is not A Beautiful Mind.
I don't know when that came out, so that was
I think it was a little while before 2006, I would guess.
I'm gonna
ding, ding, ding. The House Bunny.
No.
Was it The House Bunny?
What movie is that?
You remember The House Bunny. You've at least seen. Okay. So The House Bunny is starring that idiot from Scary Movie. What's her name?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Anna Faris.
Okay, I remember.
So she is a Playboy model who gets fired from Playboy Mansion, leaves, finds a college campus, sees the sorority life, and is like, oh, I want to do that, but none of the sororities will let her in except one really dumb small sorority where every single person in the sorority, every single girl has like a dumb gimmick about what makes her unhot and undateable and unlikable. And she teaches them how to be hot, but then learns that she can also be smart. It's so bad. It's such a bad movie.
Yeah, it does. That sounds horrible. Is there another review for the movie we're supposed to be guessing?
Yeah. How about this one? Half-star review from Kale.
Thank you,
Kale.
Yeah, fuck nah. This would kill the soft liberal youth of today. In parentheses, me. Yeah, but like this is fucking awful. Just calling people slurs, all super casual, funny, goofy, super casual, actually painful and discomforting. Another one I am glad to have spent no money on. Wait, Terry Crews?
It's not.
Terry Crews? I don't think, no.
It wouldn't be White Chicks, would it?
I don't know. White Chicks was before 2006.
And White Chicks was awesome. So I was like, it can't.
What movies have Terry Crews?
Now, I will say, I did go into this not being 100% sure that you have seen this, but it is a pretty famous comedy.
It
so you
would
might
not
have at
be.
least heard of it.
It would not be Get Smart.
It's not Get Smart.
No, it's not Get Smart. I feel like Get Smart was like 2008.
That's what I was thinking for Get Smart. House Bunny was also 2008. So I'm really, I really blank out like 02 to 08 for most movies.
06. I remember this is a movie I didn't see in theaters because my parents were like, that looks very stupid. You're not allowed to see that. Maybe Terry Crews has voice lines in it. Aunt Bully.
No.
Okay.
No.
That was a shot in the dark.
Wait, is it the Maltese Falcon?
It's not.
Dang it. Casablanca?
No, I wish.
I don't think I got better at this game.
I think
Well, when I tell you the name of the movie, you'll probably be like, I've never seen this. I've never even heard of it. Here's one more review.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
This is like a 40-year-old frat boy who thinks he is smarter than all these sheeps made a film, while the whole film does not a single thing worth except. Yeah,
ding,
wow,
ding,
sorry.
yeah.
That last sentence threw nothing, a single thing worth nothing except future generations are dumb.
Ding, ding, ding. That review got me there. 2006.
2006.
Would be shown in a college class, which is why I like philosophy professor.
Okay.
Idiocracy.
It is Idiocracy. Do you see why I also brought this up?
Yeah.
It was topical. I was wondering. Yeah.
I was like, I was trying to think.
I've never seen it, to be fair.
I've never seen it either because, honestly, by the time I was aware of its existence, I was like, hey, that doesn't appeal to me as a comedic premise anymore. It's like how I can't watch viral disease movies anymore.
Yeah. Okay, here's my case for Idiocracy.
Okay.
It is not funny. It's not. Do not think of it as a comedy, but watch it thinking about how wild it is, about how much stuff they accidentally got right.
Okay, like
and not in like
South
a
Park
like
Family Guy or Simpsons. Excuse me, that's the
yeah,
name.
It's like there's a lot of weird things in there that it's like Simpsons level of like, okay, that's weird that they kind of like are hinting at that, and it also kind of shows what a cult of personality can look like, and we very much know how that seems.
Yeah.
Well, I think the potential appeal for people who look back at it nowadays, having not seen it, realizing I can't make a full commentary on it because of that, but like the whole premise is that they wake up in a society that hates intellectualism. They hate intelligence, and that's why society's changed. And that's, in a great many ways, the direction that we have been steadily heading. That, like, research doesn't matter. If you are college educated and have a master's or a doctorate and have spent your life studying a thing, I can know more than you on a cursory Google search. Like,
yeah.
We disrespect intellectualism in a small way compared to the movie.
I think it's also worth noting that it is directed by known Spy Kids actor Mike Judge,
I forgot he was in Spy Kids.
Yeah, he plays the dad of those like two shit kids.
The Winkler?
Gary and Gertie Giggles.
Gary and Gertie Giggles. Yeah, he
Winkler.
plays like.
What was I thinking?
He plays blah 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 Giggles, like something Giggles is his name. And those two kids, the older one, Gary, is a piece of shit. Still don't like Gary. Still don't like
Gary's
Gary.
great.
Donegan Giggles.
Why do they give them bad names? Like
because they're bad.
Like those movies, but those are bad names. But like you,
but they kiss. Not the siblings. The Spy Kids kiss the other Spy Kids.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In the same.
It's also like fascinating to look at this movie because when was the last time you saw Luke Wilson in anything ever?
For real.
You know,
like he is a cultural artifact if I ever saw one.
I'm like,
what was his last movie?
So he's still doing stuff.
I mean, he's been in a lot of the what's his name movies. The guy that everyone is like, he's a genius because he made that. Frick, my brain is not working. I think I missed the anti-anxiety med. I think that's what's going on right now. What's his name? He did like freaking Bottle Rocket. Grand Budapest Hotel. That guy.
Oh, Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
I have not seen Bottle Rocket, so that
I've not.
Bottle Rocket
didn't immediately connect.
Honestly, pretty. It's a pretty good watch. I would recommend it.
Yeah, his last movie was, or his last acting thing was Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 2.
Yeah, I mean, the most recent thing that I remember him from is Zombieland Double Tap, where he played Albuquerque. I think he played like the anti-Woody Harrelson in that weird scene where like they meet two dudes that are just like him.
Okay, yeah.
But when you look back, this dude was in Charlie's Angels. He was in Legally Blonde, The Royal Tenenbaums. He was in Old School, Charlie's Angels again, Legally Blonde again,
Anchorman,
Hoot, My Super Ex-Girlfriend, Idiot. Like he was so strong going through the worst era of film. Like that like 2000 to 2008 was his peak, similarly to Anna Faris, and that's just like the worst time to be watching any movie that was attempting to be funny.
Yeah, he was recently in Merry Little Batman, which was a Christmas special where he played Bruce Wayne and Batman.
But there were some movies that were funny from that period that still hold up. But when I'm looking at the ones that I think hold up, it's because my brain is like, it's because they were going for a completely different style of humor than what was like
the popular.
Because like the popular one was like the Judd Apatow, like super bad 40-year-old virgin. Like that type,
either that or the House Bunny scary movie type. Like those were the two predominant comedies.
And when I think of movies that I think are funny from that period, it's only two, and it's the same director. It's Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. I'll still watch those and bust a gut. Did
he also make Gentlemen Broncos? Or is that a completely different?
Oh, that movie's pretty good though.
I haven't seen it, but I need to. I've heard that it's one of those that would be right up my alley. It looks like it was.
Yeah. He's also directing the Minecraft movie. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't, because that movie based off the trailer looks like it's going to be so bad.
I am Steve.
I am Steve.
I think you mean Jack Black.
Just
Think you
Jack
meant
Black
Jack
in a
Black.
green shirt. He
Whoa.
also directed Masterminds, which is one of those movies that I always try to convince people is very funny, and then they don't watch it. And I'm like, come on, you got to give it a shot. You got to give this a shot.
So, like, because I know there are movies that I still find funny. I mean, okay, Zoolander does it better than a lot of them.
Yes.
But even Zoolander is not nearly as funny anymore as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have like Zoolander, Johnny English, Anchorman is still fantastic. Shaun of the Dead.
Later.
Yeah, all the good ones are like not attempting to do the like
scary movie.
Yes. Well, there were two types of movies, like we said. There's the like Judd Apatow, everyone in this film sucks, and you're not supposed to like any of them, and we're gonna make you sit through a day in their life, which is a miserable experience. I don't like any of those movies. 40-Year-Old Virgin might be the dumbest one of them all, in my mind. And then you have like the House Bunny or like that genre where the whole thing was for them to have a cast of gimmick characters, and every single like it's just a series of dumb scenes involving the gimmick characters.
Hangover.
Hangover did it better than a lot of them did, but I'm thinking like Kicking and Screaming.
Yeah.
Like when your whole thing is, okay, pick one quality for every character to have, and then make them be dumb around each other for an hour and a half. And that's a movie. And Will Ferrell was in a lot of them.
He really was. He was the main dude.
He has had an elegant career shift. Going from being like in the dumbest, worst comedies into like having some like meaningful credits behind his name that you can appreciate. I think he did a good job with his career. He's pivoted well.
And now he's singing that one song about voting for Kamala or whatever.
Is he?
Yeah. There's like a song on, I don't even know, but it was like, that's what America is. And it was like all of the bad stuff as well.
Speaking of which, here's a fun little game I thought of, which is called Did This Actually Happen? Which is, I'm going to say something that supposedly, according to my bit, happened at a Donald Trump rally. And I need y'all to tell me, did this actually happen?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm ready. Whoa.
So, number one, Donald Trump went on a 15-minute rant about the size of Arnold Palmer's penis.
Did happen.
Did.
That's true. He went on a 15-minute rant about the famed golfer's dick size and how big it was. And I want to know how he knew. Like, I'm terrified.
He's been golfing with him before, right? Of course you're
golfing. That's what we call
golfing. That's what it is. This one I think we all already know. Gave a blowjob to an empty microphone stand.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. He while waiting for a microphone to arrive, he mimicked a blowjob on it, and the whole audience laughed. And it honestly, I wish I could have been making that up. Then somebody made a very funny meme where they faked a Truth Social post from Donald Trump where it was, the fake meme was saying, I was not giving it a blowjob. I was showing how I eat corn dogs on stage. That's what I was doing. And I wish it was real.
Well, it wouldn't be real because Donald Trump put sauces on his corn dogs so he can lubricate that thing. He's trying to get the whole thing in one fail swoop. He needs some ketchup or some mustard for that.
Okay, no. Hold on. I want to challenge that. that.
Oh?
Donald Trump cannot handle mustard. It's too spicy for that man.
Yeah.
Donald, no mustard for that. That guy tasted mustard once when he was like 4 and just swore it off for the rest of his life. Like the same way he swore off ever being an honest person, probably around the same time.
Yeah. He's also got a tiny mouth.
He does. It freaks me out. Like every time I look at Donald Trump, I'm like, there is something wrong. Like very wrong. Yeah, so he pretended to give a blowjob to a microphone stand, and I can't stop thinking about it because it's just like it's very obviously that. Did he, next one,
Okay.
say to his audience, and I quote, "I didn't even need to be here. I'm here. I could have been in bed by now. I could have just come up on stage and said, 'Make America Great Again' 5 or 6 times, and y'all would have been happy and voted for me. But I'm still here, and I'm tired, and I wish I was at home in bed."
Did not happen.
I think it did happen.
It happened. He
Caleb, is this whole game everything that actually happened at these rallies?
Okay. Sorry, yeah, that was going to be the crux of the game, was it getting increasingly wild, in my opinion. And
how do we increase from here? Carry on.
Hold on. Last one. This actually happened at 3 different rallies.
Okay.
Said to the audience, "I know you don't know this movie, but I really admire Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs," and then went on a 20-minute rant about how he's the only one that knows Silence of the Lambs.
I'm the only one that's seen it. I'm the only one.
It's so wild.
Can we talk about a wild political development?
Yes.
Sure.
Are you familiar with the name Robert J. O'Neill?
No.
One of the members of SEAL Team 6, who has directly recounted bin Laden's death, like was in the room, might have been the one to kill bin Laden.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
So a bunch of like young adults, like maybe 18 or 19, a bunch of these like TikTok looking boys were like, "We're Gen Z voters and we proudly voted for Kamala Harris. Real men support Harris." Right?
Yes,
Just
okay.
tweeting it out.
I've seen that picture.
Robert J. O'Neill responded, "Still up to this day. You're not men, you're boys. If there was no social media, you would be my concubines."
Okay, yeah. I did hear about this. I did see this.
I mean,
I don't think he knows
weird
what the word
way
concubine
to.
means.
No, I
don't
think
think he
he
knows
does.
either.
He's kept it up this long, and people are just clowning on it non-stop.
You would
I have
be
to
my
check something.
concubines is insane. Also,
I have to check what this man's Wikipedia looks like right now.
Yeah.
I have to see
here,
what.
Oh,
I'll drop it in the
It's
chat.
so good.
It's yeah. Oh my god.
I really killing Osama bin Laden. He says that he's the one that did it.
So in his civilian life section on
There it
November
is.
3rd, 2024, O'Neill was ridiculed on social media for tweeting that a group of young men who had voted for Kamala Harris in the 2024 United States presidential election would be his concubines if social media didn't exist.
Wow. Oh
I
my god.
It's so wild. It like this. Okay. This supports a theory that I have, which is that there is a large amount of like the MAGA Republicans that like to use big words that they don't actually know what they mean.
100%.
Well, because there are only 2 options here, right? One, if Caleb's correct, he was simply trying to degrade them and used the wrong word, and it backfired hilariously. Which shows he was still being mean-spirited and hateful, and he's an idiot. The alternative is that he's just publicly proclaiming, "Yes, I would want 5 gay sex slaves."
Yeah.
But you know what? Weird way to come out.
Right.
It could be a little bit of both.
Maybe he's dumb, because either way, he's dumb to tweet that at all.
Of course.
It has to be the second. Here is why.
It has to be the second.
It has to be. Because if, a friend of mine on Facebook, okay. I won't say who because he's a notable figure in Townsville. Once posted on Facebook and said, I don't know why I love tuna sandwiches so much. I guess I just have a little bit of a fetish for tuna sandwiches. And he meant it innocently, as in, I just really like tuna sandwiches. But people on Facebook very quickly said, hey, you may want to change your wording. I get what you were trying to say, but you may want to change your wording because it's going to be taken the wrong way because you're becoming a very notable figure. People will use this against you.
Yeah.
He then edited the post 3 or 4 times, trying to backtrack and make sure that it was okay. And I think about it to this day because I posts like that where it's you should all be my concubines, and you would be if social media.
You would change it. You would get rid of it. You would
delete it at least. Do something to be delete it and then say, hey, I'm sorry. I thought that word meant this. I misunderstood.
Right. It being 3 days later and this tweet is still up shows that he meant it and does not care to back down.
Yeah. No. He has here's to mean it.
The real unfortunate side of this, right, is that I don't think he's actually in any way, shape, form, or fashion a gay man. What it is that he thinks that dominating another man is the ultimate form of I'm more masculine than you. He thinks if I had a man as my sex slave, it wouldn't have to be about him being a man at all. It's about the fact that I have this power over him in the most intimate way. That's a way worse fantasy than, oh, I'm actually super gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that deep Republican, not even Republican. It's that deep hateful mindset. It's all about violation and power and strength. Because man, there are plenty of reasonable Republicans out there who don't care for any of this nonsense. Yeah. And I don't want to implicate them in this guy's shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the dudes in the picture is a TikTok debater. And was on that Jubilee Ben Shapiro.
Oh,
Jubilee thing.
I unfortunately really like those videos because it makes me so angry to watch them in a way that I'm oh yeah, I got to do something about this. It drives that spirit in me. But yesterday one was released that I actually highly recommend watching. And it was Pete Buttigieg with 25 undecided voters in Michigan.
Interesting.
And
okay.
He made a case that I also now by the time you're listening to this, the election has passed, but he made the case of look, especially in swing states, not voting or voting third party is essentially a vote for Trump. That's where we're at right now, unfortunately. And he was even and he even admitted the same thing I would of I wish that voting third party was a legitimate thing right now, but that's something we can work on moving forward. But for right now, we have to at least just get people their rights back.
Yeah. The biggest, because I'm very much a proponent of, hey, let's get more parties in the mix here. We need more than 2 options and we need it desperately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as long as one of the options is a cult of personality that will only continue to abuse government power, you kind of don't have a choice. My idealism goes out the window occasionally for the sake of getting something done. And then you're right, down the road, let's 100% give third-party candidates a seat at the debates. Let them be involved. Like, let's move forward and quit pretending like, oh, you know, they could do it. They could win. It's like, no, let them debate. Let them be a part of this. Let them actively be considered in news cycles. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Right now, there's a different focus.
Yeah. I just want to see young people in government. Like, younger than fucking ancient.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I just don't want so many old people in the government.
Which I think Kamala Wall or Harris Wall's presidency is at least moving in the right direction. I mean, both of them are 60, which is still, you know, I think that's on the upper end of what I personally would find like good. But they're also both sane and have what seems to be like pretty good heads on their shoulders. And so, you know,
I've been thinking about this a lot. Like one of the things we've talked about in is actually in my multicultural counseling class is that like a growing minority in the world is the elderly.
Yeah.
And they are becoming more socially active and participatory, right? Like like in the past you hit a certain age and you did nothing or died, right? But now like we have a culture and a society where people can be healthy well into their 80s and 90s and still be active members of society.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think we should consider is that like we like, because at this point, Harrison Walls, they're both 60s. She's just 60. I don't know how old he is, but like they've realistically got another 20, 25 years of life in this country. And I think that is a fair amount. Like that is a fair amount of time for them to have a say in what's going on.
Yes.
As long as they remain plugged in with younger people, right? Because like they've been around the block, they've seen things. Hopefully they've got enough wisdom and ability to enact good changes. The real problem is that we have had politicians who are not in touch with what generally people actually want. I don't care about their age because if you're in your 60s, you've still got another 2 decades. Be a part of things. I'm okay with that. But when everyone we have is in their 70s and 80s and they're only enacting policies and legislations that are more going to benefit them and theirs, that's the problem. The problem is whenever we are not like, because I don't really care who's holding the position as long as their constituents are represented. And their constituencies, like that's our problem is the representatives aren't effectively representing their constituents. I don't care. I don't necessarily, but also, I think once you hit 70, you probably shouldn't hold a government seat in the highest courts of the nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little more complicated than just old bad, but I would agree that generally we need a lot more young people in.
Yeah. The big thing is exactly what like you're saying is that there's a lot of politicians that don't have to live with the repercussions of their actions.
Right.
And we want 60-year-olds because they're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah. And because you do hit a point of youth where it's like, well, I actually like, not that you can't make a meaningful difference, but I do kind of wonder how much wisdom you're bringing to the table here.
Yeah.
You know, like I would not think that I should be in Congress at all.
For me.
Yeah.
Right? Like I might have decent ideas, but I could communicate those to someone who knows how to make the machine work and let them do it. Rather than just, I don't think anyone can do it. Just like I don't think anyone can be a scientist or anyone can be a scholar. But when your job is to represent people, you need to actually be attuned to what they want and desire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like, don't go to Starbucks where everybody knows that you're a governmental representative and be an asshole every time. I might be talking from experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to change the subject. Oh.
I was about to change the subject too.
What were you going to change it to?
I want to say this real quick.
Wow. All three of us.
We have a lot of good changes of subject.
There's a new game out called Dragon Age the Veilguard. And I just want to say, it is very good. And I really like it. And I want to tell y'all something very funny.
Okay, yeah.
So Dragon Age and BioWare games. So that's typically like, you're thinking like the original Baldur's Gate. So Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. All the Dragon Age games, all the Mass Effect games. They have always been very big on kind of pushing the envelope on how inclusive you should be in games.
Yes, yeah.
And they've been very big on that. Like Dragon Age Inquisition, which came out 10 years ago. So prior to either like just before gay marriage being legalized nationwide, they had a mission where you have a gay mage in your party who you have to go help him come out to his dad and help him confront his father. And it is a very real possibility that the conversation goes one of three ways. One, you convince the dad that he may not like it, but he can stick to his own business. You can kill the dad, or the mage leaves the party because you don't do good enough. And it hurts him. And like, they've always been doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
This most recent game, Veilguard, early in the game, you can make choices of like, hey, I'm going to canonically make my rook, which is like the character you play, transgender. And you can make that choice. Really cool. Yeah, and it's really cool. And like, even from the character creator from the get-go, the body you build, you can build a very feminine body and then have a masculine voice and she, her, he, him, or they, them pronouns. And like, it doesn't matter, but they have recorded all the voice lines with every kind of thing in mind. So like, these voice actors put in a lot of work. And because of that, this game is being review bombed in a really big way. And it's very funny that like, if you look on the platforms that make you own the game and have played the game for a certain amount of time, i.e. Steam, positive reviews all over the place. If you look on the platforms that don't make you own the game, it's garbage reviews. And it's just very funny. And like, but the game is it's just so good. It's so fun. And I highly recommend it. It is likely to be my game of the year. I have not beat it, but if things keep going the way they're going, it's real close. It's real close.
So I'm going to take a little dip my toe into continuing that conversation, and then I'm going to pivot hard away from it because I really don't want this to be the remainder of this just not being fun. Yeah. Have you been on the Woke Detector website?
No.
Is this isn't the big list that
this is the list, the official list of. I'm going to share the link in chat.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny, and we can clown on it if we want to like not be serious. We can be unserious.
Oh,
like, I don't think this has to be a downtrodden, sad thing. It's very funny because they're stupid. A lot of them are like...
A lot of them are dumb.
A lot of them are stupid as hell. Like, this just has a gay person in it. And
yes,
I don't like gay
100%. And okay, here we go. NBA 2K 2025... 2K25 is woke. You can sort it by none, not woke, slightly woke, woke. So I've sorted it to only woke. NBA 2K25 contains overtly pro-DEI messaging, which is diversity, equity, inclusion. The My Player Clothes shop features apparel with BLM slogans. It's a very woke game.
Here is also
Green New Deal Simulator contains overtly pro-climate action messaging.
I found Dragon Age
version.
the Veilguard on there. So I just wanted to say it, to keep you away from woke if you don't want it. Contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus and overtly pro-DEI messaging, pronoun selection, including an option for they, them, trans surgery scars option, vitiligo slider, and out-of-place diversity.
Out-of-place diversity is incredible.
What's very funny is Dragon Age 2 got only slightly woke. Spoilers for major spoilers. The end of that game is a mage detonating himself to blow up the church.
And that's not in there.
That's not in there. That's not contained in what makes it slightly woke or not.
Bloons Tower Defense 6 is
I'm sorry.
It contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging. There's a pride flag item available in the trophy store with a pro-pride message. Psy is referred to using they them pronouns.
Also, I want to challenge.
Oh my God.
Oh, what is this? I want to hear what caused that.
Among Us, not recommended. Contains overtly pro-LGBTQ messaging. Pride flag nameplates.
The Among Uses are gay. Everyone knows
No,
it.
the imposter is gay.
I just want to say
it's just trying to find the straighto in the party. That's what the Among Us is about.
It says that all the Dragon Ball games are not woke. And I just want to say, there's a bunch of sexy aliens in Dragon Ball. And I think that alone makes it woke, because I don't know what gender those aliens are. I don't know their gender. They can be whatever they want to be.
They could be whoever. Yakuza 0 is informational. Okay? Contains subtle pro-LGBTQ messaging. One of the bosses in the game is a sexually suggestive drag queen who makes homosexual advances towards the player character. So it's informational. That's from the Google Doc.
My favorite thing about this is like Kale pointed out, right? Listen to the BioShock one. BioShock, informational, contains LGBTQ plus messaging. According to creative director Ken Levine, a minor NPC, Sander Cohen, is gay. In-game audio logs allude to possible homosexual interactions. Pro or anti is unclear. Do you know what BioShock's about?
It's about gay people.
No, for listeners at home, BioShock is 100% about hey, do you see this capitalist utopia falling and crumbling and being destroyed because its ideals are inherently against any kind of vitality or life, right? It is all about our folly and capitalism not working, but it's woke because a side character's gay.
I'm trying
they're really showing their card that all of the woke stuff is really just there were people of color in it. There were gay people. And I can't think of a third thing.
DEI.
Yep. Until Dawn is woke.
I was trying to find Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but I can't find it on either of them. But I just wanted to see it because that game has a side mission where you play Pokemon, but with old men. It's like old men are the Pokemon, and they're just they're almost completely naked as they're fighting each other. And I have not played this game. I've just heard about it, and it's very funny to me.
Do you know?
I wanted to see how they did it.
Do you know what makes Until Dawn woke?
I'm gonna guess. Okay, here's the fun thing.
Take a guess.
This is the game. I'm gonna guess DEI because there is some non-white people.
Mm-hmm.
More than that, it's there is an interracial couple. There's a black male, Asian female couple in the game as two of the 8 main characters. See the full review for interracial marriage demographic data. What is like? It is incredible to me how completely mask off most of the anti-woke stuff is just I am racist or homophobic.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to find like a game that would be funny to. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, here's the game. You get a point for each thing you name that's on the list for this game's woke review. Let's go with Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines 2.
Yes.
This game did receive a ranking of woke, just completely woke. Not even slightly woke. Can either of you guess? Well, let's Sammy go first.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now. I want to get the one under this. Sammy, guess.
Guess why it's woke?
Why is this woke?
Because now there are women Space Marines.
Point features frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure.
The Ultramarines seen in game are improbably diverse. Okay,
like,
there's been a funny thing with that too. Warpipe. Who did it? Caleb. Who made the sketch about? Is this?
Warp Zone.
Warp Zone. Thank you. Warp Zone made a skit where they were asking people at a convention if this was something that is in the Project 2025 or from the Warhammer 40K universe.
Yo,
I'll send it.
That's
so
incredible.
good.
So good.
Caleb,
Turns out a lot of it sounds similar.
Very similar. Have you seen the Spyro Reignited one yet? Because I want to ask you about it. Okay.
No, what?
Caleb, can you tell me why the Spyro Reignited trilogy is woke?
What? Even? How can you?
You'll never guess in a million years, but take a shot.
Okay, I feel like the safest answer for any of these is something about DEI, because apparently DEI is in everything.
I do wonder if because Spyro's a purple dragon, they think he's not white. But no. So it gets more and more funny as it goes.
Maybe because there's no guns in the game, they're being like, this is anti-gun.
You're correct.
Oh my God.
Okay, so contains subtly pro-DEI and overtly anti-gun messaging. Bomo was renamed to Bob. Moneybags' dialogue regarding spending money on flirtatious fawns was changed. Guns and bullets have been replaced.
That's ridiculous. What the... Why? This is horrible. This is bad.
Cordell?
Yes.
Why is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War not recommended? How is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War?
Girl spy not sexy.
Sadly no. That would have been but close enough. Your main character has options for non-binary or classified character gender.
I knew it. I knew it.
Should have known. Should have known.
A quick pivot before we leave today.
Yes.
I think we can do the game part of this next week. Just to set up some fun. Have y'all heard about Luce?
Yes.
No?
The Vatican has released a new mascot.
Luce.
Is it Luce? I'm pretty sure I speak Italian. They just say Luce.
No, Luce.
For the uninformed, the Vatican has just dropped a new cartoon mascot named Luce, and she is adorable, and probably very, very friendly to the LGBT. But I think next week this is just mentioning it, and we can talk about her. I think next week maybe we make a mascot for Junk House.
Oh no. That's a dangerous thing. Can I tell you my first thought that I thought of when you brought up the Luce, the wonderful Catholic mascot? My first thought, and this might be a funny joke, so I'm happy if it is, was like, isn't the more accurate version of a Catholic mascot for their history Doom Guy?
I don't get the joke, but yes.
Just the Crusades.
People. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the pull. There was the Crusades. That thing we all think about a lot
all the time. I mean, Doom Guy does kill demons from hell. I thought that was more of the reference. But
that too, but I was also referencing the Crusades,
which is even bloodier than Doom Guy.
The best mascot we could have had got sucked into a black hole.
What? Oh, yeah.
I think Jimmy. Grimbus would have been it.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the clown character that you invented in the last 30 seconds of that episode that got killed.
Who was that?
I don't remember their names. We invented 2 characters that were intentionally designed to be killed in the last 30 seconds.
That's true, yeah.
And they didn't get killed. They just got sucked into a black hole. It's very different.
They got sucked off. Those characters, all of them got sucked off. We all know it.
Do you think our podcast would be woke?
Oh, for sure.
Are you kidding me?
We were making jokes about 9/11. Like,
we'd get DEI instantly, first episode. Like, probably the first episode, they'd be like, it's woke because Caleb is referencing not having children, even though he's in his later 20s. Like, that's it. Like, I'm sorry. First episode, we talked about how many people do we have to kill for Cordell to be president. That alone, like we've
violence
never been
against the Republican Party.
Yeah, like 1000% we got woke. Speaking of woke, Psychobilly freaked out by the Reverend Horton Heat off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. I don't know their politics, but let's hope.
Hey, they were part of Guitar Hero, and that's the wokest game out there.
That genuinely, yeah, that game is woke.
That had gay people,
Rage Against the Machine,
communists,
Muse,
Pokemon. No, I don't think they have Pokemon. But you know what? If you like this episode, even though most of it was scared rambling, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also are on YouTube. Check us out. Give us a like. Also, we're on TikTok and Twitter. I think, you know what we might be doing? I might force what I've been doing. And I might delete the Junk House Twitter and make a Blue Sky. Because Twitter is going to hell. It's been going to hell for a while. Of course, we haven't been calling it Twitter. We've been calling it... we haven't been calling it X. We've been calling it Twitter this whole time. Because fuck that shit.
It's still Twitter.
Still Twitter. And Blue Sky is seemingly starting to get some grounding. So maybe we'll do that. But Junk House Pod, wherever you can find us.
Yeah, we don't have an email for me to read to you this week. But what I'll leave you with instead is a list of some franchises that are non-woke that you and your family can play. Freddy Fish, his whole franchise is not woke, which is good. It's beloved fish game from the 90s. Putt Putt, that series, also from the 90s, non-woke. And then Pajama Sam, he's safe and sound, same as Spy Fox. If you want to email us your favorite non-woke game options, you can do that at junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com. If you want to tell us about the wokest games you've ever played, read nothing political, simply having people of color or gay people. You can do that at junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com.
Apparently Outlast is a not woke game.
Huh.
I would have so much more respect for this list if there was any other criteria for being not woke, for being woke. Like if they were like, yeah, BioShock's all about how capitalism is bad. Yeah. So it's woke. But the media literacy, the Venn diagram of able to understand and critique media and thinking people of color is woke, that's two separate circles.
Yeah. Just like we say every single week, it's kind of wild that I'm having to go to a doctor tomorrow to pay them to put needles in my eyes, and I'm still more scared of who gets elected.
The Leisure Suit Larry series is all not woke.
Hallelujah!
It's a psychobilly freakout!